Paul.
Good evening. It's a pleasure seeing you again right here on Mwangaza Prime News on this 11th day of September. I trust you're doing fine from wherever you are watching us from. This is Mwangaza Prime News and my name is Daisy Paul. Our sign language interpreter is Naomi Matthew and we welcome you to this program tonight. Our Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Musalia Mudavadi, opened the inaugural East Africa edition of the Choice Africa Summit in Nairobi with a call to action for Africa's economic transformation. And speaking to an audience of regional leaders, entrepreneurs and global partners, Mudavadi positioned Kenya not just as a host but as a catalyst for continental change. The summit's themes, ranging from digital sovereignty and food security to youth empowerment and regional integration, resonated deeply with Kenya's bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Mudavadi emphasized that transformation cannot be achieved by governments alone, highlighting Kenya's model of public-private partnership as a blueprint for inclusive growth.
I extend my sincere gratitude to Choice Africa and the organizers of this summit, particularly for two key reasons. First, for choosing Nairobi as the host of the inaugural East Africa edition of the Choice Africa Summit. Second, for designing well-chosen and forward-looking thematic areas that directly speak to Africa's transformation. In your concept note, you pointed out that you'll have themes around the Kenya on the move, co-investing in economic transformation, digitalization and technology sovereignty, agriculture and food security, matchmaking and MSMEs and financial institutions, then regional integration and creative economy. The summit therefore aligns broadly with the government's better economic transformation agenda. However, as somebody did say here, governments alone cannot deliver transformation. Kenya's model of public-private partnerships demonstrates how institutional collaboration can drive economic transformation. This is very good for us because it's like a percussor, a curtain raiser to the forthcoming Africa-France Summit, which will be held for the first time early next year outside a French-speaking African nation. So this is a very good build-up to that final critical event early next year. So we look forward to this. So thank you for bringing your team here to set us up. The second is to just emphasize that we will be committed to work with you. We have no option. At the end of the day, we have to work with the private sector, with the business community. That is where our strength will come from as a continent and as a people.
This is a celebration, and as we celebrate the success of our collaboration with Choice Africa, and over the past decade or more, our team has been instrumental in identifying, celebrating, and connecting Africa's emerging economic leaders.
Really, we are all partners in solving society's problems. And as private sector center, we've done a couple of things and to enable government also be more effective and to enable organizations that we represent to be more effective.
Mudavadi has also assured the diplomatic community that Kenya is entering a new phase of economic and foreign policy reforms aimed at restoring fiscal stability, boosting investment and reinforcing its role as a regional peace anchor. Speaking in Nairobi during a quarterly briefing with ambassadors, high commissioners and representatives of international organizations, Mudavadi noted that the government is prioritizing a fresh program with the International Monetary Fund.
Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has assured the diplomatic community that Kenya is entering a new phase of economic and foreign policy reforms aimed at restoring fiscal stability, boosting investment, and reinforcing its role as a regional peace anchor.
On the economy, Kenya has and continues to pursue economic cooperation with various countries as part of the government's national development agenda under Vision 2030 and the bottom-up economic transformative agenda, BETTER. Economic and commercial diplomacy remains a key priority of Kenya's foreign policy agenda aimed at enhancing economic cooperation, promoting trade and investment. And Kenya remains committed to strengthening regional and global economic cooperation anchored on frameworks and partnerships geared towards achieving sustainable development and inclusive growth.
Speaking during the quarterly diplomatic briefing in Nairobi, Mudavadi said the government is keen on securing a structured program with the IMF to provide a clear economic pathway.
At this juncture, let me point out that the government of Kenya, through the National Treasury, will be engaging with the IMF so that we can work towards a new program. That is usually very critical in giving a very clear signal on the direction that the country intends to take.
His remarks comes when Kenya's existing arrangement with the lender have remained intact for close to a year, with the successor program yet to be finalized. Reporting for Mwangaza Prime News, Maureen Kimathi.
Thank you, Maureen Kimathi. Now, Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale has assured the country that the Social Health Authority is delivering on its mandate. He revealed that since October last year, more than 1.8 million Kenyans from the informal sector have registered for SHA through the Lipa Pole Pole platform, a milestone he said surpasses the achievements of NHIF since its inception.
1, 2, 3, let's go! Okay, good.
Health Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale has assured Kenyans that the Social Health Authority is delivering on its mandate. Speaking earlier today, Duale revealed that since October last year, more than 1.8 Kenyans from the informal sector have registered for SHA through the Lipa Pole Pole platform, a milestone he noted has already surpassed the achievement of the invalid NHIF since its inception.
So Kenyans, and I told you, SHA Lipa Pole Pole, the one which we were revising, every night between 2,000 to 3,000 Kenyans go through the mean testing. Secondly, I think it's very good for you to do. SHA is also paying, they have the money provided by government.
On medical treatment abroad, the CS clarified that only gazetted illness will qualify for referrals to India and other countries, stressing that conditions treatable locally will no longer be referred outside Kenya as the government works to strengthen the country's health care system.
We will gazette, the Ministry of Health will gazette those treatments that cannot or are not available in our country. So the days when you could just go to India because a doctor has referred to you will not be there. 2, the hospitals that you are being referred to in India and everywhere must first have a contract with SHA.
In addition, he assured that the government has addressed the welfare of healthcare workers, giving confidence that strikes over poor pay and working conditions will be the thing of the past.
We're going to gazette a number of treatments, and it's not us who did it. It's been done by an independent body called Benefits and Tariff Advisory Panel, based at the University of Nairobi. For UHC, we are very clear. This month we are paying the SRC rates. Tomorrow I have a meeting with the Council of Governors, and we are working on the modalities on how to transit them to permanent and pensionable. So the story of UHC is closed. The story of interns is closed. The story of CBA agreement, you can talk to Dr. Devji. It's closed. The healthcare workforce is stable.
Reporting for Mwangaza TV Prime News, I'm Evelyn Wangari.
Thank you, Evelyn Wangari. A delegation of avocado farmers from Githunguri constituency toured Murang'a County to benchmark on avocado processing and farm aggregation. And speaking at the Murang'a County headquarters, Githunguri Member of Parliament Gathoni Wamushomba said the visit was inspired by Murang'a's success in avocado production and export. Murang'a Governor Irungu Kang'ata welcomed the delegation, noting that Murang'a is the country's largest avocado producer, commanding about 40% of the national market and hosting nearly 80% of avocado processing companies.
We came here to learn because we are benchmarking on the best, and the best is Murang'a County when it comes to avocado issues and matters to do with productivity. Murang'a is leading right now within the Central Kenya economic blocks, the 11 counties. Murang'a is number one with the export produce of 40% of the total aggregated value. Generating about 5.6 billion shillings per year is something that we can come from all over to come and learn what Kang'ata is doing, Governor Kang'ata is doing with his crop. The reason why we came to benchmark is because we have avocado crops in our constituency, Githunguri, but we have not had an aggregation way of collecting the fruit. We have not had an opportunity to do capacity building for our farmers, yani kupatiana mawaidha na masomo ambayo wakulima wanafaa wapate. Pia hatujakuwa na mpangilio mzuri wa kupatia wakulima mbegu za kupanda, yani seedlings. Kwa hivyo saa hii tunataka tufanye hiyo society yetu na tuifanye vizuri, tuipange vizuri kama hiyo ya Murang'a. Ya Murang'a nimeambiwa they are not only having a union, they are having many societies and then they aggregated them together to become a union. So they have a more bargaining power. They also have a way of attracting many stakeholders to come and support their farmers. That is what we are trying to do.
We started with doing an avocado packing house in Ngararia, Kandara. The only one in this region that is owned by farmers. We wait and see how it will perform, and if it does better we shall do other things, but we are now monitoring. But we think that's a very important intervention for the avocado farmers. You have done the people of Kiambu proud. Your interventions in avocado, your interventions in coffee, it has made Githunguri to be one of the most progressive constituencies. Your intervention in provision of food to pupils and students in primary and high school, and those are lessons that we learn. Murang'a does not only take lessons from other counties but also constituencies, and you are very proud with the work that you are doing in your respective area.
We are now taking a short commercial breather at Mwangaza Prime News, but don't go far. We are coming back with more in a short while.
Unatazama Mwangaza TV, tumaini lako.
These are birth conditions whereby a child is born with a gap in the lip or in the roof of the mouth.
These are babies who are very vulnerable to get malnutrition. And so in my desk as nutrition, one of the things I discuss with these mothers is, one, monitoring them in terms of weight, in terms of height, and making sure these babies are growing well. Cleft and lip surgeries. This is going to be taking place from the 29th of September to 2nd of October. And I want to welcome all of you so that you can be able to come here and participate in the surgeries that we'll be doing for free.
We got you and you are all welcome.
Kemuma Engineering Systems tumetambulika kwa uuzaji wa vyombo na vifaa vya usalama kama vile CCTV, intruder alarm systems, electrical fencing, razor wire, intercom systems, access control systems, automatic gates, general electricals, fire and smoke alarm system, na fire extinguishers, solar panels, batteries, inverters, na charger controllers. Tutembelee leo. Duka zetu ziko Nairobi, junction ya Kamae Road na Gaberon Road. Duka la pili, Nyandarua House, orofa la pili, room 204, Pwani Guest House, na Mark Plaza Kasarani, opposite Kasarani Police Station. Tupigie simu 0793 949494 au 0793 494949 au 0758 121212. Kemuma Engineering Systems. We mind your security.
Wiki jana ndani ya Life Garage.
Hatuna competition, wanajua tuko fiti. Suka. Kemuma. Kitaka mali safi kuja Kemuma.
Bro, bado nachoma.
Watanunua hizi vitu.
You sit down and analyze. You've clustered your investors. Then there are those investors who do not necessarily give you monetary, but they're willing to take an activity.
Msitu ya Garden of Eden.
Garden of Eden.
Yes.
Very easy.
Ngoja, wacha nisome swali tena. Eden.
The fruit was not specified.
By the way.
The fruit is not mentioned.
Ungana na Mihona Kenyanist, kijana mtanakoti, kila siku ya Ijumaa kuanzia saa 8 mchana hadi 11 jioni, na marudio ni kila Jumamosi saa 3:30 usiku. Life Garage, where Jesus is made famous.
Are you ready to embark on a journey of culture, innovation and knowledge? Jewel Technical College proudly presents its annual Cultural Day. Join us as we celebrate the rich tapestry of our college culture and showcase the amazing skills and talents of our students. Witness a vibrant display of diverse exhibition of our projects from various departments, from engineering to fashion design, and from hospitality to information technology. See firsthand the practical skills and creativity nurtured at Jewel Technical College. It's more than just a cultural day. It's a celebration of our past, a showcase of our present, and a glimpse into our future. Don't miss out. Come and be part of the Jewel Technical College family.
Ukiwa na biashara yako ambayo ungependa imfikie mteja wako vyema na kwa njia sabamba, zungumza nasi kupitia 0758487904 0758487904. Mwangaza TV ni tumaini la biashara yako.
Unatazama Mwangaza TV, tumaini lako.
Welcome back. Now, more than 200 farmers in Gathingi village, Laikipia Central, are counting millions in losses following the invasion of elephants into their farms. The farmers say that the elephants invading their farms have been rampant in the area and they have completely destroyed their crops. They note that the elephants have been frequenting their farms on a weekly basis, a situation that has led them to fear for their lives, especially for the school-going kids.
Juu ya kusumbuliwa na ndovu. Na hizo ndovu zimetoka kilomita mingi sana, kutoka Opajeta mpaka Sweetwater ni kama kilomita 12. Kutoka msituni kukuja Sweetwater ni kama kilomita kama 20 na kitu. Sasa hizi ndovu zimetusubua miaka 2 inaenda. Tunakuliwa boga, tunakuliwa kila kitu. Hakuna kitu tunaona kwa serikali. Serikali imetusubua kabisa, hata tukuitana hakuna mtu anatuitika. Leo tumekuja kujua sisi ndio tumekaa kwa ndovu ama ni ndovu zimekaa kwetu. Juu sasa kila wakati hata tukiitana, hata tukisema serikali saidia, hatusaidiki. So vile sisi tunataka hizi ndovu kama hata odoa, sisi tutasiodoa. Juu zimetoka kilomita mingi sana. Na tunalima, tunang'ang'ana. Tukipiga hata simu usiku, watu wa KWS wanatuambia wako pande nyingine. Na kusema ukweli kazi ni mingi hatukatai. Lakini ni ndovu ya maana ama ni mwananchi wa maana?
Shida yetu ni ndovu. Hizi zinatukulia mashamba every now and then. Kama zinakuja kwa kila wiki mara 2. Kila wiki mara 2. Kama sasa na ukipiga simu kwa hawa watu wa KWS hachukui simu. Na wakati wanakuja jazeni makaratasi, sijui kama hiyo makaratasi ndio itatucompensate ama ndio tutakula. Iko wakati mwingine niliwaita hapa na nikaghadhabika sana ati mtu na nirusani yangu imekuliwa. Hafu unasikia ati hii ni terere. Shwele. Hii ni terere zimekula. Na ukianza kuhesabu ile gharama umeenda kwa hiyo shamba, ni gharama kubwa sana.
Leo niko na huzuni. Watu wangu wameathiriwa na ndovu. Na sio ndovu tu peke yake, hata fisi. Watu kutoka Laikipia pande zote wameathirika zaidi. Ukienda Exrock, ukienda Kijambe, ukienda Mirera, ukienda Sweet Waters, ukienda Kanyoni, ukienda Kangaita, kila pahali mpaka karibu zingie town inakuwa tumeathirika zaidi. Watu wa KWS tumekuwa na kikao mara mingi. Wananchi wamelia kabisa. Wananchi lazima wapate haki yao. Haki yao, ndovu zikae kwake, wananchi pia wapate amani. Ukiangazia ile maneno ambayo saizi tumekuwa kila kwa zile shamba zote zimeathiri. Maneno ya matunda. Avocado zimeisha kwa zile shamba zote tumeenda. Miwa, machungwa. Inakuwa sasa watu wangu watakuwa maskini. Mimi tumekuwa na kikao na wao nikawaambia enough is enough.
Tension is building up in the disputed Moya settlement scheme in Bere South constituency, Embu County, following reports of attempted eviction of dwellers by outsiders claiming ownership. Some of the residents living in the Makema adjudication area, that is part of the 44,000 acres scheme, have allegedly received eviction notices from some of the Ngome elders from the Bere community who are claiming to be legitimate owners.
Na huyo mtu ameishi hapo miaka nenda rudi. Kama mtu ameishi miaka 30, 40, saa hii anapelekwa kotini. Juu ya hiyo shamba yake. Ati kuko na mtu mwingine amekuja juu yake. Mbona mtu wa rangi kuita hiyo mtu kotini? Ongea na yeye. Ni mtu binafsi akuja kwa shamba ya mtu, akuja kukuambia tunaenda kotini, hii shamba ni yangu. Hiyo hatuwezi kukubali kama wananchi wa Makema. Wananchi wa Makema tunakaa na amani na tunapendana na tunakuanga type mingi ya mwananchi wa Kenya. Tunakuanga Mbaruya, Mkamba, Mmeru, Mkikuyu, kila type iko hapa hii ya Makema. Na hakuna pinganizi tunakuanga nayo. Tunakuanga kitu kimoja.
Hautaki mtu akuja kwa shamba, aseme ati shamba ni yake. Kutoka lini? Tena hiyo karatasi unasema unaingia kwa shamba yako? Kalikuwa kanaonyesha miezi 6 huo unajenga, si ndio? Au hujajenga? Sasa ndio unakimbia, unakuja kwa ile shamba unaambia yule hapo ati aondoke. Amezeeka tu pale, hata haoni, unamwambia aende wapi? Sasa ulikuwa unakaa wapi? Sio ndio ulikuwa unakaa? Sasa unatoka wapi? Ama unasukuma na pesa? Unakuja pale unasukumana na pesa alafu wewe pale si
kama wewe kwa njia yoyote ile umehusika kumuondoa mtu kwa shamba hapa kwetu Makema adjudication area, unakuja unasema kuna yule mtu wako na cheti cha shamba ati alikuuzia, ama unasema wewe ndio uko na hatujawahi kukuona hapa. Consider yourself a foreigner from today. Na hiyo exercise yote is null and void. And I'm saying it in broad daylight. If you have come here kinyume na sheria na sisi hatukujui, hujawahi kuonekana hapa hiyo miaka yote, unakuja na karatasi zako ukiziita vyeti vya shamba, tunasema consider yourself a foreigner from today and kindly give room kwa wale watu wamekuwa wanakema waishi kwa amani.
With that report, we come to the end of this bulletin tonight. Many thanks for staying with us, and thank you to everyone who has made this a success. My name is Daisy Paul, Naomi Matthew for sign language interpretation, and on behalf of the entire team, we are wishing you a good night.